Now, the NBA recently released their GM survey where they basically polled a bunch of GMs around the NBA, and they asked a bunch of different questions about the NBA. And we got all the results for you here on Chat Sports, but we're going to make it a little game. It's going to be a little bit of a different show today, and here's how it's going to work. I'm going to pull up the question. I want you guys to give me your response in the comment section, or if you're watching live with us, in the live chat, and then we'll show you what the GM said. Also, I'll give you my opinion, as always. Now, the first question starting off, which team will win the 2021 NBA Finals? I bet you guys can guess what they went with here, but we'll let you get your answers in. I'll give you my thoughts. Listen, it's the Lakers to lose this year. It really is. It's pretty obvious, and the GMs thought so too. 81% of the GMs surveyed picked the Los Angeles Lakers because not only are they the defending champions, not only did they bring back their two best players in Anthony Davis and LeBron James, but they also upgraded their third, fourth, and fifth best player from what they had last year to Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroder, Marc Gasol. They added Wesley Matthews. This team just got better. If they don't win, it's going to be a failed season. Now, other teams in the mix, they had the Clippers up there. They had the Nets up there. The Bucks were in there as well. In all honesty, I think we're going to end up with a Bucks-Lakers matchup. And if things are swinging right for the Bucks, could be a little bit of an upset in the NBA Finals. Another question was, who will win the 2021 NBA MVP? You guys get your votes in down below. Let me know what you guys think. And here's what I think. I've got three, okay? And I'm going to give them out of order, random order first. Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think that'll be your top three. And here's how I would order it. Luka Doncic, number 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo, number 2. And Steph Curry, number 3. Before the year started, I actually picked Steph Curry. But then Klay Thompson went down with his injury. He's going to be out for the year. And I think that lack of floor spacing is really, really going to hurt the Golden State Warriors. Now, I picked Luka. I want to know who you guys picked. The GMs went with Giannis. 32% of them voted for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Their second leading vote getter was Luka. And here's my thing. I think there's going to be some voter fatigue with Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 straight MVPs and no finals appearances for Giannis. I don't think they're going to be ready to give him a third straight MVP. Now, today's a bit of a different show as we break down the GM survey and I ask you more questions than really give you a lot of answers. But make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/chatsportstv for more NBA coverage where we do NBA news, NBA rumors. I've got live mailbags coming on Chat Sports and also all the NFL and college football coverage you will ever need. All right here at this link. Also turn on your notifications at youtube.com/chatsportstv. Super chat from Colin Reed says, would Luka be the youngest MVP if he won? Colin, yes, he would. I'm glad you asked because nobody has asked before. If Luka Doncic, who is currently the NBA MVP favorite, wins in 2021, he will be the youngest to ever do it. So just go ahead and add another one to his resume. Another question on the NBA GM survey was, who would you start or choose to start a franchise with? So basically saying, what young players in the NBA would you choose to build around right now? And I think there's only 3 people that could even be, well, I'd say 4 maybe, that could even be considered for this answer. Number 1, and this is my answer, is Luka Doncic. He's 21 years old. He's going to be an MVP. He's already carried a team to the playoffs. Number 2 would be Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. He's carried his team to the playoffs. He's still just 25 years old. I think Zion Williamson, being younger than both of those guys, you could make the argument. Although I wouldn't choose him, you can make that argument. The 4th guy is kind of a wild card. I would have said Jason Tatum could be a guy that's up there. He's very, very strong. He's got a lot of Kobe-like, basically, skills. But that wasn't their answer. Let me know who you guys would choose to start a franchise with, and then I'll give you this GM answer right now. It was Luka and Giannis. Yeah, they tied, actually, this year. So a bit of a trick question. 43% of them went with Luka. 43% of them went with Giannis. So it was pretty split. Actually, it was exactly split down the middle between those two, which means 86% of the GMs picked one of these two guys. The other 14% probably aren't very good GMs, in my opinion. So I'm going with Luka Doncic. I'm not going to tie it here. I'm going with Luka Doncic because he can dribble better than Giannis. He can shoot better than Giannis. He's more versatile offensively than Giannis. The only thing he doesn't do better is defense. And Giannis is far better at defense than Luka Doncic. But let me know who you guys would choose to start a franchise with if you were a GM. Another question they asked all the GMs on today, or in the NBA GM survey, was which team had the best offseason? Now, as you know, We covered the offseason extensively here on Chat Sports. We broke down all the free agency moves, all the trades that happened as well. And one team stood out above the rest. This one was too obvious. I'm not going to make you guess too long. The team with the best offseason was clearly the Los Angeles Lakers. 37% of the votes went to the Lakers. And look, when you're a team that won a championship and then you maintain most of your players, but you also get better players back, you're obviously going to be in that conversation. The Clippers were also in that, the Sixers were also in that conversation as the best offseason. I can't remember the other teams, but those were the main two, and I think those were two good answers. But if you want to have yourself a good Christmas season, get a jersey right now at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. You can get any style jersey today, and if you order today, you can get these jerseys by Christmas. Chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Any team, any player that you want is available at this link at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Make sure that jerseys is plural. I've had a lot of people DM me say, I typed it in, I typed it wrong, and they sent me the link and they said NBA jersey. That's wrong. It's chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. All right, another question here, and a pretty obvious one that they ask every year. Who will win 2021 Rookie of the Year? Now, obviously, the number one pick in the draft was Anthony Edwards. Last year, Zion Williamson was picked to win Rookie of the Year by 81%. Well, little did they know Zion would have an injury and didn't play most of the year. John Morant ended up winning it. So I think you could go with Anthony Edwards if you want to go with the number one pick. James Wiseman if you want to go with a guy who has a lot of potential to play on a really good team. But they actually picked the guy that I am picking as well, Lamelo Ball. 39% of them went with Lamelo. I think that Lamelo will win it after watching him in the preseason. Originally, I actually went with, I think, Obi Toppin. I just don't think Obi Toppin, now after watching how they're going to use him in the preseason, will have enough opportunity. So I think LaMelo Ball will be that guy that wins it. And the NBA GMs agree with me. And as I look at the live chat, most of you guys agree with me as well. Almost done with this NBA GM survey before we get to our last few. Who is the best head coach in the NBA today? I think you go with a multitude of answers. Brad Stevens of the Boston Celtics is definitely up there. Nick Nurse of the Toronto Raptors. You can never go wrong with Greg Popovich of the San Antonio Spurs or classics like Rick Carlisle of the Dallas Mavericks. But the GMs got this one right, and they went with Erik Spoelstra of the Miami Heat. 46% of them said that he is the best coach in the NBA, overwhelming favorite. And look, regular season, you probably forgot about Erik Spoelstra. But then the postseason rolled around, and you were like, okay, that is the coach that we know. So the GMs had him as their best head coach. I'd agree with them. I do think Nick Nurse is a close second. I might even have him a little bit better at Spoelstra than Spoelstra some of the time. But there's a lot of great coaches out there. In the live chat, I see Brad Stevens, Greg Popovich, Phil Simms, not even sure who that is. And then I also see Frank Vogel coming in. So who is the best head coach in the NBA? Let me know in the live chat or in the comment section.